Dodds, this is Lucy Polgar from Last Bastion, sponsored by Fight Division. I am currently here with Natty Dodds at the very first ever Hitman Fight League show. So this is a massive event put on for the UK Muay Thai scene from Liam Harrison. Natty, so nice to meet you, nice to chat to you. Thanks for giving us your time. Obviously it is fight night. How does it feel to be a part of the very first Hitman Fight League?
It's massive, you know. I feel there's a great opportunity ahead of me, and I'm ready to take it on with both hands. It's a pleasure to be a part of the show. Obviously, Liam Harrison being a UK icon in Muay Thai, it's a pleasure to be a part of the show, and you know, I'm just happy to be a part of it and showcase my skill.
Yeah, absolutely. So the vibe that we seem to have with everyone we chat to is like there is a bit of a different feeling, a bit of a different atmosphere between this one, because he's got so many different things. So they've got the YouTube live. I don't know if you've seen that, but at the side of the ring they've got a YouTube live where basically they clip into the fight and then talking about it as it's happening. That's live streaming. Obviously they've got the live betting now. There's a lot of different things that Liam's doing to just like make it a little bit more interactive. How do you think the live betting is going to affect the atmosphere of the crowd?
Well, obviously in Thailand it's massive out there, so I guess there's a part of that they want to bring over to the UK. I mean, I've had all my mates saying, "Oh, when can I place any money down?" I was like, "I don't know. No show does it." So the fact that it can be done now, it's good. You know, it gives a bit more vibe to the fights. It gives a little bit more entertainment. I'm sure that if people put money down, they'll feel more engaged with the fighters because they want them to win, so they can get more money out of it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And it does make you more invested and more like sort of giddy to watch as well. So like the atmosphere is just going to be insane. So talk to us a little bit about yourself and like how you've got to this point now. Like obviously main card on such a big event, like obviously you've got a great career behind you. Just talk to us a little bit about what's got you to this point of being the main event on such a big show.
I mean, my last couple of fights I've had, in my opinion, good performances that have allowed me to get opportunities like this. Of course, I've got a solid team around me, and you know, we wouldn't put ourselves forward to a fight unless we were 100% committed. I mean, I'm in good hands with my coach Simon Dempsey. I'm in good hands with the promotion with Liam Harrison and Andy Badco. And yeah, you know, we take every fight that comes our way. There's no ducking and diving. I'm sure that whenever an opportunity comes, we'll sit down at the table, we'll talk about it, and if we feel that it's the right move, then we'll take that. And being a part of a main event on such a big show, you know, I'm going to take it with both hands. And yeah, like I said, it's a good opportunity, and I'm here for it. Yeah,
I love it. You seem pretty chill. Like there's no nervous energy. Are you feeling nerves at all?
I mean, I've got nerves. You know, I wouldn't be human if I didn't have nerves, but you know, I like to keep things cool and collective, cool as a cucumber. You know, there's no animosity with my opponent. It's just a day in the office. It's business. You know, I'm sure he's going in there with a game plan. I'm going in there with a game plan. It's just see who can execute it.
I love that. Absolutely. Just another day at the office. I'm feeling that one. So again, talk to us a little bit about. Have you fought at the O2 before? So yeah, you're used to like obviously this level of crowd. How does that affect behind when the crowd gets behind you and sort of like does hype you up a little bit? Does that help?
Oh, completely, yeah. I mean, I feel like this is like our home arena. Yeah. We're only an hour away, but we fought here loads of times. Yeah. So I familiarise myself with the smell, the atmosphere, the energy. Yeah. So I'm used to the walkout. I'm used to my people cheering me on. And again, I bring a big crowd with me everywhere I go. So, you know, having them support me, it gives me that little bit of push every round, or even pre-fight. I know that I've got a good support behind me. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yours is one of the main names that keeps coming up. Like a few people have said that. There's been a couple of names where people are like, have you got them yet? So there has been quite a hype. Because I'm like, oh God, I can't wait to chat to him now. Like, so there is quite a hype behind you. Like, you've definitely got a crowd with you. You do personal training as well, like one-to-one sessions. So is that? I've had this conversation with fighters before, and some find that it helps, obviously, because it keeps sharp, but some find it hinders because it's so taxing on your time. How do you see that as like being a professional fighter as well? I mean, I love what I do.
Yeah.
And I never have to work a day in my life, but I mean, I agree on both sides. It keeps me sharp. It allows me to be up in the morning. I can get my food in, and then I can work, and then I can train. Yeah. But then when I'm in fight camp, when I'm holding pads, especially when I hold pads for the big boys, when they're kicking pads, it does. Yeah. But again, I'll look at it as a positive. It's conditioning for my arms. But yeah, it does tax on your body. But I'll stop PTing around 1 or 2 weeks prior to the fight, so I can fully concentrate on the prep. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we was watching some of your videos, and oh my God, the elbows, that's the main thing I noticed. Like some of the elbows on like your highlight reels I was watching, they're so sharp, and Miles was saying behind the camera guy, saying like you're very clean, you're very sharp, it never seems sloppy. Is that just your natural style, or is that something you really work on, is like precision, or are you just naturally very clean?
I mean, I feel like I've always had a good level of technique when it comes to Muay Thai. I mean, I had a very solid base when I was at my other gym, but moving to SCA now, I've kind of developed and grasped a new style with aggression, explosiveness, and I mean, I can fight really smartly. I have moments in sparring or when I go to other gyms, or like I have a good IQ of Muay Thai. It's just whenever I get punched in the face, it just goes out the window. And it just ends up being a scrap. But
famous.
I mean, I like to think that I focus very highly on my technique.
Yeah.
So my elbows would be
Oh yeah. So you do a bit, I was like, it's a famous quote, that, isn't it? Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. So I think a lot of people can relate to that. Talking about tonight, how do you see that going then? Are you looking for more to showcase more of the aggression, or do you want it to be clean, precise, technical? Like, is there a certain way you're leaning? Obviously, I don't want to give away the game plan because we've not had the fight yet. But is there a certain style that you're leaning towards tonight?
I mean, we always come to fight. You know, everyone that's part of the gym, that's our mantra, will come to fight. And, you know, I never want to put on a boring performance. You know, I'll showcase my skill, my explosiveness. And I think that's what people know about me now, is that if Natty's on the show, or if you're booked up against Natty, you've got to expect explosiveness, speed and power. But I would like to showcase a little bit more of my Muay Thai skills. But again, it just depends on how my opponent takes to me, and see what he brings to the table. Yeah. But I'm there.
Absolutely, and like I say, like sort of adapting as you go as well. Yeah. So it's good that you've got it all in your arsenal. If you are doing more explosive work now, but obviously you've got a very clean technical skill set as well.
I can fight quite a few ways, but it depends how he comes at me.
Yeah.
You know, depending on how the first round goes, that's how. But I just know that what I've got in plan, that I'm going to execute my game plan.
Yeah. So do you, before you have a fight, do you specifically look at the opponent? Because again, I've had that conversation a few times with fighters where some like to really look at everything they do and try and map what's going to happen, and others are like, no, it'll put me off, I don't like looking. Where do you sit on that?
Well, me and my coach will sit down. I'll go around his. We'll have a cup of tea and we'll watch a few of the fights. We'll put a game plan together. I mean, I've got Nampon and my brother. They're quite clued up on the sport as well. But I'll sit down with my head coach Simon, and we'll get a plan together, and we'll just work on things in the gym just to execute. And we'll watch fights that he's won, fights that he's lost.
Yeah.
We'll also look at my last fights as well, and where I went wrong or what should I have done, and then we'll implement stuff moving forward.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I say, it's a bit of a hit and miss on that one, because some people say it'll put them off, some people, but I always like to think that a little bit of preparation, like to be familiar.
Yeah, you should definitely familiarise with your opponent, especially at the level that we're all fighting at. If it's A class, you've got to study your opponent.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to watch him every day because I'll be thinking about my prep and.
Yeah, of course.
But I'll probably maybe watch him maybe like a few times.
Yeah. Just make sure you're familiar, that if he's got a particular style that you can spot.
Southpaw, I know he's got a good heart. I know he'll be there for the fight. Yeah. He's seasoned. He's been around the block a few times. He's fought a few good Thais. So yeah, I know he's there to fight.
He's going to bring it tonight. So tonight, is this? I think I read on your social, this is your first one of the year. Is that right?
First one of the year, yeah.
So how are you feeling with that? Like, are you feeling ready for it? What's the camp been like before it? Is there any nerves for like a bit of a gap? And
you know, coming back from my last fight, obviously I got TKO'd against Craig Coakley, and some say that it's like the hardest fight to come back from when you get stopped. And to be honest, it hasn't really ticked my box. I haven't been stressed about it. There's not been any real pressure. Again, it's part of the fight business. I accept every challenge and obstacle that comes my way. I feel good tonight. I'm no nerves at all. I mean, I'll probably start getting nervous when I start getting warmed up, but that's normal. Yeah, I want that. You need that to stay switched on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time. Obviously, main card event. We wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll be able to catch you for a chat after it. Wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Here we go.